What's going on, guys? It's Chef. Harley Intel tweets, Infinity Ward says that the shipment map released first with COD 4 in 2007 was never supposed to be released. But we just had it in internal playtests on the playlist script. Our MP lead at the time, when we went live, forgot to pull it out and there was no going back. It was truly an accident. Without even actually going down and reading what people are going to say on this, I can almost guarantee that most people will be saying things along the lines of, one, it's the greatest mistake they've ever made, and number two, there's also going to be those people that are annoyed at the existence of shipment because of how much people actually enjoy the map. Every single year they hear about shipment, and the only time that they ever get a break from hearing about shipment is whenever you have a Treyarch game, and then you're just being asked about Nuketown. One of the best accidents in COD history. Unironically, the first time ever playing shipment was 4-player split screen at a friend's house. COD in 2007 made better decisions by accident than COD in 2023 makes on purpose. Shaking my head. Great accident, best accident ever. I mean, of course everybody's gonna talk about how, you know, everything is bad now or whatever, but it is a cool story in general. The fact that the map was accident. I wouldn't even play COD anymore if it wasn't for shipment. Funny how things work out. Yeah, I mean, I know some people are just like, that's kind of ridiculous. I don't know, you have to have like a certain, I don't know, like inclination in your mind to enjoy the map. Like, it's clearly there's something there that is what people enjoy. Realistically, I think a lot of it has to do with how the camo systems and stuff work in the game now, and all of it's like such this like massive grind that having a map like this, which makes you feel the progression a lot more quickly and a lot better, is really what is fulfilling people. The progression is what is giving them fulfillment. Knowing that you're going faster and being more efficient makes it more fun. At the same time, like, you would think that people would want to play the game outside of some kind of grind or whatever, but I'm just saying in general, obviously there are people that play the game outside of this grind. They don't care, they don't touch shipment. They still don't play shipment like some of us, you know what I mean? You know, now that they say that though, it makes me wonder, because basically Treyarch's small size map is usually just Nuketown, but realistically their Nuketown is really the size of like Shoot House. Even though that's Treyarch's classic quote small map, Nuketown is much bigger and more fleshed out than shipment. So it makes me wonder what small map we would have had to play otherwise. Like, what would Infinity Ward's small map, what would it have been? Before Shoot House existed, which was a 2019 map, what would they have done since COD 4? The other map that was made like a million times because everybody loved it so much was Terminal. That's obviously an actual real fleshed out map. It's not meant to be a small map or like a progression map or a grind map or anything. The map was just great. Every time they remade it, it was pretty good. Even on like Infinite Warfare, they even remade it on there. The design philosophy and everything around these maps completely changes between jetpacks and boots on the ground because players obviously can get to places that they couldn't before, all of that. Squall is leveled up completely. Now we go back to the Hemlock. Well, I'll get everything to max level, then maybe grind those out as well whenever I play anyway. But yeah, by the way, I want to thank everybody for all the love and support on that MW3 video yesterday. Like, so many people left comments and stuff, like talking about the nostalgia and stuff like that. One of the biggest issues with a lot of these things whenever you go back to these modded servers and stuff like that, like, obviously anyone that wants to go back and play it at this time, they likely are not playing the game for the first time. They're likely very experienced. So every time you go and play these servers and stuff, unless you got like, you know, a mixture of bots and stuff like that, which they also have like modified bots. If there are less real players in the lobby, the bots fill up the lobby, but those bots get better. And it's not just up to veteran or whatever. They have like a modified veteran bot setting where they'll jump shot, they'll drop shot, everything. Oh look, I can get my last thing on the battle pass. This was the first game where I didn't like pay through the entire battle pass, where like I would just buy the whole thing and show everybody everything in there. It was just kind of like, I don't know, the presentation of the battle pass is whack. Majority of the time, like, no one really cares about a lot of the stuff in the battle pass. Like, people will generally use it. It'll be like the new thing that everyone uses at the time. It's just a reskin. There's no like real value to a lot of it. And battle pass is complete. Grinded it out. That felt pretty good. The European Union Commission has approved Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard King. I have no idea what that means, but we'll see. I assume that's a major thing and it has to get like approved in multiple places. I think one of the main things about shipment is that I don't have to worry about like the environment. I play Call of Duty to get in the gunfights. I'm sitting here playing these maps and modes where you don't get in any gunfights. It's just, why would I want to play that? I've seen some of the most unhinged shit when it came to that Zelda game as well. I've been seeing people tell me to try to play Zelda. There's no way I'm doing a playthrough on that game. There's no way that I am structurally creative enough. You've seen my houses in Minecraft, haven't you? There's no way I'd be able to do and build and like come up with the shit that a lot of these other players do. I'm not very good. I love sandbox games, I really do, but when it's about like infinite possibilities, I don't usually do very well at constructing things. I find things that work and I just go, look at my content. I find shit that works and I just spam it. So the main map that has facilitated the majority of camo grinds over the past 4 years has all been an accident. This little square. Honestly though, they did make the maps bigger bigger though. I swear the original COD 4 had the like smallest version of the map. Every time I think of Shipment, I always think it's smaller than it is. I don't know if that's me wishing it was even smaller or not. Guy had a whole chopper gunner. How do you not have more kills than me? Trust me, when I was playing Modern Warfare 2 ranked and like having to play some of these maps and stuff, like I really didn't dislike any of them heavily. Like I was completely fine with every single map I was getting during, you know, those videos that I was making on it, but I didn't hate it nearly as much as Modern Warfare 2019. Not even close. Like the other maps on this game are bearable. It's just this grind is also so enjoyable that I would much rather just play on this and Shoot House. And even then, Shoot House, I don't even really want to play that. I'm just saying it straight up. I don't even really want to play that. Now, see, Nuketown is a different story. Nuketown flows a lot better than Shoot House does, in my opinion. Nuketown is superior. Nuketown, I think, is that perfect size where you're not going to have too many of the people that are complaining about all the Shipment players. They'll be satisfied with, you know, the way that Nuketown is. The thing is, since we're going to be getting Modern Warfare 2023, we're probably not going to get a Nuketown, right? We're probably going to get another Shipment. Or DOS House. Or both. Yeah, probably both, to be honest. When I run into lobbies like this, where the guy is, like, specifically trying to get crouch kills and he's not jumping or anything, if they're not jump challenging corners and not, like, diving around, I know it's a pretty decent lobby. I won't do that much better. It's just not fun to, like, react at, like, 110% in every single gunfight as quickly as possible all the time. Pay attention to every single little movement in front of you. Shoot as quickly as possible. Like, I get lackadaisical when I play this. You're really, really prone to going on autopilot on here. I'm very, very guilty of that. I go on autopilot like crazy. I love autopilot so much. To be fair, it's not like autopilot isn't possible on all of the other maps too. It's just, you don't even have to think on this map. I love this shit. I really do wish that Hardcore Shoot House was around a lot more though, because I did have a lot of fun going with the no brain activity builds where you don't even have to ADS. You just run around and hip fire everything, so you don't even have to like worry about your ADS speed or if you sprinting around a corner and getting caught. No. Oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre tech test is in like 10 days. I don't know if you're allowed to record any of it though. I might make a video on that because I really wanted to play that shit. Now that Tears of the Kingdom is out, what are the next games that people are looking forward to? I don't even know if UFC 5 is coming out this year. I mean, I'm hoping it does, but it might not. Who knows? The things that are coming out, you got Mortal Kombat, the new Spider-Man, Final Fantasy 16, Armored Core from Software, and Starfield. What else is there that's coming out? When you lay it out like that, I mean, those are the biggest ones, but so biggest games that are left in the year is Starfield, Mortal Kombat, Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, and Armored Core. And Elden Ring DLC. Doesn't it feel a little weird that that's all that's left? That's just me, though. I'm talking shit about any of the remaining games. I'm excited for a lot of them, but there's like, after Tears of the Kingdom, it was like, what is the next biggest thing? Honestly, somehow the Elden Ring DLC feels bigger than some of these games. That's just me. The thing that annoys me about Shipment, though, is that every single year, Shipment always launches in this one state where it's like not as efficient, and then we have to wait like a few months for it to actually be efficient. And what I mean by that is basically like the map would be there, but like the spawns would be absolutely horrendous. The map would be there, but they had like a lower amount of players. The score limit was fucked up. The map would be there, but the score limit was like too fast for the actual game mode itself, and then it would take them weeks in order to just like up the total amount of score that it requires to win. That is a very easy thing to change. Hey, listen, again, I know I'm not a developer or anything, but changing a score limit to adjust for a small map that is meant to be a small map feels like something that should be like preemptively done instead of being asked for. That's just me. If I were a developer, I would make sure that there would be special rules applied to these smaller maps so the limit is higher and the player base doesn't have to sit there and talk about it and complain about it and all this other shit like it's a surprise that it's some sort of problem. Sixers got eliminated. It is what it is. So somehow this little square is dubbed one of the greatest Call of Duty maps ever created, or at least one of the most profitable and efficient maps that they have ever created. It's just a square. It's not some mind-blowing thing, but sometimes simple is more efficient. And really, you gotta look around yourself. There are accidents everywhere. Some of them can be good. Feeling we're gonna get a remake of DOS House, though. It's just a feeling. A daytime DOS House. Maybe the walls aren't paper like Vanguard. Still wall bang them, but like set it up in a different way. Maybe some concrete instead. I think a daytime DOS House would look really, really nice. Again, I don't like a lot of these maps that are darker with a lot of like harsh like overhead lamps and stuff like that. I don't like it. It's not like it's actually hurting my eyes, but I swear it's just more draining to play those maps. It just is. You see it all the time. People ask me all the time, like, how do you play Shipment this entire time? My brain would have completely just fallen out of my ears by now. My brain has. It's just progress is the only thing that seems to fuel me at this point. That's not a bad thing. It's just that's all Call of Duty has at the moment. This is why I'm sitting here randomly grinding games like Roblox and Battlefield and Combat Master. And I love camo systems. I like grinding for camos and shit. Diablo 4 is out in a few weeks as well, so that'll definitely scratch a bit of the itch for me. In terms of actual videos, no way I'd make some Diablo content. No fucking way. Maybe I'll do like some little cameos or some shit like that, little clips or something from it randomly, but who knows. Anyway, yeah, whatever's going going on with this Microsoft acquisition thing. I have no idea what's going on anymore. It's just been such a long, drawn-out process, which we kind of knew would be. We won't really notice any of the differences until probably a good amount of time anyway. Even if it does go through, who knows if we'll see any immediate change, good or bad. This was a whole discussion months ago when they were talking about it. I mean, we're already at their mercy as it. I know some people are going in on Diablo 4 saying that they don't like it and stuff like that, but I want to wait until like the full thing is out, feel like, you know, what going up to max level feels like, what the end game feels like, all that stuff. Potentially more dungeons and bosses that are more difficult or different world tiers, things like that. I just need to be able to have that dopamine hit where, you know, a legendary dropped and I hear the sound effect and my brain immediately is looking for the shit. I just need that, you know what I mean? That's what I play video games for. Shipment gives that to a lot of people. It makes a lot of sense. And I also understand why people like a lot of that one life mode thing, because it makes every single kill feel more full. I get that. But the way that I prefer to take it is just cumulative kills and deaths. It still ultimately comes out to the same thing, just that satisfaction. That's what everyone's searching for.